boom, that's the visceral roar of a Russian tank erupting into a fireball, its turret launching skyward like a twisted metal rocket, leaving a crater where armor might once stood. Have you ever wondered why these behemoths of war detonate so catastrophically after a single precise strike? It's not just Hollywood drama, it's the deadly cocktail of stored ammunition cooking off under intense heat, turning a symbol of invasion into a pyrotechnic nightmare. Imagine the shockwave rippling through the air, the acrid smell of burning fuel and explosives, the ground trembling under your feet. This isn't distant history. It's happening right now on the front lines of Ukraine, where everyday heroes wield drones and missiles to defend their homes. Today, we're diving deep into these raw, unfiltered moments from the battlefield, astounding feats of ingenuity and bravery that flip the script on a brutal conflict. From F-16 jets obliterating Russian command centers to long-range drones piercing the heart of enemy radar systems, will make you feel the pulse-pounding tension, the split-second decisions, and the triumphant explosions that echo freedom's fight. Stick around, you won't believe what's coming next. Let's zoom in on one heart-stopping sequence that captures the chaos perfectly. An intelligence drone hovers silently above the fray, its camera eye spotting to Russian tanks barreling toward Ukrainian positions like mechanical predators on the prowl. The ground shakes with their advance, tracks churning up mud and dust in a desperate push to overrun defenses. But Ukraine's defenders aren't caught off guard. First-person view FPV drones, those nimble, kamikaze flyers piloted from a far swarm into action, zipping through the air like angry hornets to halt the enemy vehicles dead in their tracks. The lead drone slams into the armor plating of the first tank with a resounding crack, sparks flying as the explosive payload detonates. Russian crew members scramble, diving into nearby bushes for cover, hearts racing as they evade the immediate threat. Yet the head tank presses on undeterred, its cannons swiveling menacingly, engines growling with defiance. That's when Ukrainian forces call in the big guns literally. An M777 howitzer, that reliable workhorse of artillery, receives the precise coordinates from the drone feed. Operators crunch the numbers in seconds, wind speed, elevation, distance. The shot is fired a 155mm shell arcing through the sky like a vengeful meteor. It lands mere meters away, the blast wave sending shrapnel whistling through the air, kicking up a plume of earth that obscures the battlefield. The tank wobbles but doesn't stop. More FPV drones launch, weaving through potential anti-air fire. One connects squarely with the engine compartment, a fiery bloom erupting as vital components shred. Black smoke billows, oil and fuel leaking like blood from a wounded beast. Still, the Russian tank lurches forward, its turret belching fire in retaliation, shells impacting Ukrainian lines with thunderous booms. Now it's perilously close enough for soldiers in the trenches to hear the clanking tracks, to feel the ground vibrate under the approaching monster. Tension peaks, one wrong move and positions could be overrun. But an FPV drone dives in for the kill, striking a weak point with surgical precision. The tank grinds to a halt, flames licking from the hull. The crew bails out in panic, sprinting for the tree line as secondary explosions build. Fuel ignites and suddenly the entire vehicle transforms into a raging inferno, metal twisting and popping in the heat. What's left is a smoldering husk, a testament to Ukrainian resilience, a visceral reminder that even the mightiest machines crumble under determined defense. Shifting gears to deeper strikes, Ukrainian FPV drones aren't just frontline saviors. They're infiltrators, penetrating enemy territory to hit key targets where it hurts most. Picture this, a squadron of these drones hurtling toward a Russian installation, miles behind the lines. Russian air defenses spring to life, radar locking on, missiles streaking upward in fiery trails. The first missile whooshes past by inches, its exhaust scorching the air. Undaunted, the drone operator perhaps hunkered in a makeshift command post, joystick in hand jinks and weaves, dodging a second missile that explodes harmlessly nearby. The drone presses on, zeroing in on a critical radar array, that electronic nerve center guiding Russian operations. Impact, the explosion rips through sensitive equipment, screens shattering, antennas crumpling. It's not just destruction, it's disruption, blinding the enemy and opening doors for further advances. These moments highlight the cat and mouse game of modern warfare, where technology and human skill collide in high-stakes duels. In a quiet Ukrainian village turned war zone, a Russian BMP infantry fighting vehicle rumbles down a dirt road, kicking up dust as it ferries troops toward the front. But overhead, a vampire drone lurks, a specialized bomber variant loaded with ordnance. It releases its payload with deadly accuracy, the explosive slamming into the BMP's roof. Smoke erupts from vents, the vehicle screeching to a stop as infantry spill out, disoriented and vulnerable. That's the cue for a swarm of FPV drones to descend, each one a guided missile of retribution. They pepper the BMP, explosions blooming across its armor. Reconnaissance drones circle post-strike, confirming the kill, twisted metal, scattered debris, no signs of life. It's a coordinated symphony of destruction, turning a potential threat into scrap. Now escalate to aerial dominance, a Russian command center, camouflaged in a nondescript building, buzzes with activity officers plotting assaults, radios crackling. Ukrainian intelligence pinpoints it, and an F-16 fighter jet soaring high above, afterburners glowing unleashes high-precision bombs. They streak down, guided by laser or GPS, impacting with pinpoint fury. The structure erupts in a massive detonation as stored ammunition cooks off, flames engulfing everything in a hellish blaze. The shockwave flattens nearby trees, debris raining down like apocalyptic confetti. This strike isn't just tactical. It's strategic, decapitating command structures and sowing chaos in Russian ranks. Air defenses aren't immune either. A Russian system, radar spinning, launchers poised, becomes the hunted. A Ukrainian drone scouts, dodging incoming anti-aircraft, fire a missile zipping past by mere meters, its warhead detonating in a harmless puff. Coordinates flash to a HIMARS unit, that mobile rocket launcher extraordinaire. Two missiles launch in quick succession, the first craters the radar dome, electronics frying. The second obliterates the launcher in a spectacular fireball. Shrapnel flies, systems silenced forever. On the ground, mishaps turn deadly. A Russian tank, charging Ukrainian lines, rolls over a mine boom. It halts abruptly, tracks mangled. Seizing the moment, a Ukrainian soldier bursts from the trenches, RPG to 7-shouldered, heart pounding. The rocket streaks out, slamming into the immobilized Hulk. An enormous ammunition detonation follows, carving a 50-foot crater, Earth heaving like a seismic event. The visceral power leaves viewers breathless. One mine, one rocket, one massive end. Field depots fall too. Spot a Russian ammo storage via drone? Report to HIMARS, a missile arcs in, igniting Chaos ATGM's anti-tank guided missiles, shooting wildly as they detonate, like fireworks gone rogue. Artillery positions prepping to shell cities? HIMARS counters, rockets raining down, obliterating guns and precision strikes. Vehicle storages become drone playgrounds. An FPV dives into a howitzer shed, exploding inside and torching artillery. More follow, dismantling engineering gear, leaving several vehicles as charred skeletons. Artillery nests get the treatment, coordinates relayed, shells inbound. A hit ignites ammo, leading to a delayed but devastating blast minutes later. BMPS on the move. FPVS strike, crews fleeing as artillery finish the job. Shrapnel from the first shell, direct hit from the second, fire consuming all, ammo detonating in a finale. Abandoned APCs after failed assaults, bomber drones drop payloads. Initial misses build tension, but the final bomb triggers a cataclysmic explosion, vaporizing the vehicle and even downing the drone in the blast wave. Russian artillery in fields? HIMARS cluster munitions scatter submunitions, shredding the unit, pieces flying hundreds of meters, tanks shelling positions? Javelin missiles from Ukrainian hands strike engines, fuel igniting in infernos, ammo depots? Artillery barrages demolish buildings, panicking Russians as mines and shells chain detonate. High-caliber guns spotted? HIMARS shrapnel hits ammo, even if not direct. causing wipeouts, abandoned BMPs. Soldiers with RPGs advance, multiple hits setting fires until destruction, damage tanks post-assault, drones bomb open hatches, ammo cooking off spectacularly. Grad rocket systems firing, HIMARS clusters obliterate, scattering remnants. Terminators those heavy support vehicles? FPVs hit back and hatch, crews bailing, rescue tanks. More drones immobilize them, dooming to scrap. BMPs again, FPVs damage, abandon, artillery and more drones finish, ammo detonating. Nearby twins, same fate, burning fiercely. Air defenses in fields, tracked by drones, struck by HIMARS on deployment smoke signaling end. Artillery positions, Mavic drones drop grenades, crews fleeing as fires build to ammo blasts. These scenes aren't abstract, they're the gritty reality of a nation's defiance. Each explosion is a story of survival, each strike a blow for sovereignty. In this war of attrition, Ukrainian innovation drones, precision arty, jets turns the tide, making invaders pay dearly. As the smoke clears, one truth emerges: resilience explodes brighter than any tank.